My name is Tyler Mac Innis, and I am a student in the Master of Arts in Development Policy and Practice here at UNH. Upon graduating, I really didn't know what I wanted to do, so a friend of mine and I decided to drive up to Alaska to celebrate being graduated from college, but also try to figure out that next step and do a little bit of soul searching. I started looking at designing my own master's program here at UNH in food policy, but I wanted it to be somewhat of a holistic program in that it wasn't just looking at nutrition and nutritional sciences, but it incorporated things like public health and some nonprofit organizational classes, things like that. So I chose UNH because it does have a strong existing program in agriculture. And that was something that I was really looking for in my next step. And also, in terms of the development policy and practice program in particular, the thing I liked most about it was that it incorporated a wide range of fields. When I approached Charlie French, who I had had as a professor in one of our courses, and I asked him if he had any existing projects that I could kind of jump on board with and help out. And he had this fishery project, and he needed someone to work as a research assistant. So I started looking into that, and it fit my interests in terms of working in food systems. So over the past year, throughout the fall and spring, I worked part-time as a research assistant in cooperative extension. So after I approached Charlie about working on an existing project, he informed me of a project he had working with New Hampshire fishers. And they're currently struggling to remain profitable against imported seafood. The competition that's coming in from other places just is very strong, and it's difficult for these small-scale fishers to remain profitable. The project that was already in existence when I joined is seeking to try to help those smaller fishermen by implementing direct marketing tactics and getting them to better utilize their existing resources so that they can be more competitive in their market. In our first class of the first semester, we started learning about different research techniques, whether through literature reviews, focus group discussions, key informant interviews, and all of these tools were resources that I utilized during my tenure as a research assistant. So Charlie French was a huge help to me during the process of this project. He has a seemingly infinite number of contacts, and if I needed to conduct a key informant interview, he was able to connect me with people working within the project. The biggest result that we've had so far is the fact that the fishers are on board and they're willing to work with one another in a collaborative format to push the process further. The biggest thing I learned in this project is, and we learned this as a part of our coursework, but it really cemented for me doing the field work, and that is you really need input from your stakeholders in order for a project to be successful, especially in a project like the one I'm working on. It's important to get your stakeholders to buy into your project so that they take ownership of the project. So moving forward, I'm going to continue to be involved in the fishery at least through the rest of this summer, so a few more months, and hopefully beyond that into the fall as well. Looking further out into my career, I'd see myself working in affecting domestic food policy. So I would absolutely recommend the Master of Arts in Development Policy and Practice program at UNH to any development practitioner. I think that in my minimal exposure to the development field, one of the problems that I've seen is that there's a lack of people who are able to be generalists. It's people who can look at a range of issues that may be affecting a problem. And I think that what this program does best is it prepares students to be able to recognize where those problems actually exist.